people who you aren't as familiar with. There's always that feeling right before you speak. How many people here might disagree with me? Will I be shunned or shamed for my opinion? If we could not escape this feeling, we would drown, suffocate in it, with the constant sensation of someone blocking our minds and stopping the words in our throats. We wouldn't want to have new ideas, new opinions. We would become stuck. We rely on those who dare to think differently to move us forward. And as unlikely and frightening looking around at each other it might seem, we are the ones who must have those new ideas. Here is where we become people who can change the world. But how can we if we are not even permitted to speak our minds in the place where it matters most? Our rights to expression and opinion should be protected, no matter where we are, at school, most of all. While some may argue that constitutional law applies to children differently than it does to adults, it is important to realize that, in truth, it does not. The First Amendment, which grants us the right to freedom of speech, applies to all United States citizens, not discriminating based on race, religion, gender, or any other factor, including age. So is it not immoral and against the Constitution to deny us our rights simply because we have not yet reached an age recognized by society as grown up? They call us young adults. They expect each of you to make decisions now that will impact the rest of your lives, but they don't trust you with your own thoughts. The purpose of the First Amendment is to protect ideas wherever they may be unpopular or discouraged. In Ohio, a case was made where the court ruled that a student wearing a t-shirt in advocacy for gay marriage could not be forced to remove it by the school, as this would be a violation of his rights. Even though where the student lives, the expression of his particular opinion is not encouraged by the school, he retains his right to express it. Much like each of you retain your right to wear Twilight shirts, and even if I were the principal, the chief of education, and all the teachers combined, as much as I may want to, I could not punish you for wearing them. The society the opinion happens to be present in cannot be allowed to define whether or not something is punishable. While it is understandable, even necessary, that students be protected from causing harm to or disrupting one another, self-expression does not necessarily fall into that category. If I walked up to you and punched you in the face, could anyone really argue that I was just expressing myself? No, self-expression does not equal violence. Institutions like our own school cannot be allowed to use disruption as an excuse to shame students out of expressing who they are. A group of students at Jefferson County High School, in protest of the bullying situation at the school, wore name tags stating their sexual orientations. But they found that bullying came not from the students, but from the teachers. It was an act lacking completely in hostility, and yet that is what it was met with by the school faculty. An act of pure and honest expression harming no one. But the school saw it as its opportunity to censor expression which did not agree with its own opinions. Is it not wrong that one opinion expressed under the protection of the Constitution can have the power to censor another opinion? This is what schools do when they censor us, and this is what we must fight against. We are told to express ourselves. We are told that our opinions matter. We are told that our individuality has value. We are told that we can change the world, and then we are told to be quiet. But quiet cannot bring us change. That is something that will only come with words. That is something that will only come with expression.